Hey everyone, this is Randall and welcome to Battle Report number 18 in our A Song of Ice and Fire Battle Report series. For this battle, I'm playing a local player named Geoff at the Goldmine in Richmond, Texas. We'll be playing the A Dance with Dragons game mode. The three objectives from left to right are Panic a Unit, Highest Attack Die Value, and Restore Wounds. For this battle, I brought along a Bolton army led by Roose Bolton, and Geoff has brought along a Stark list led by Rodrik Cassel. This was my first time playing with the Boltons, as they had just been released the day prior to this video being recorded. Now let's take a quick look at the armies. Bolton list building is very restrictive, having access only to natively Bolton units and NCUs. This makes the number of commander, unit, and NCU combinations pretty limited. I brought along a Roose Bolton list that I believe is pretty close to being my best shot at the most efficient Roose list. The only change I could see to this list would be to drop Steel Shanks, the Steel Shanks attachment for the free Bend Bones attachment in the Bastard Girls, and maybe bring along Jane Poole NCU instead of one of the 4-point NCUs. I believe Roose is the most well-balanced of the Bolton commanders, with his ability to generously dish out panic and vulnerable tokens, and with his very strong commander attachment card. Putting Roose in the Blackguard is a no-brainer since their horrific visage ability pairs perfectly with Roose's attachment card. Additionally, Sour Allen archers are also a no-brainer and are included in most Bolton lists. The Flayed Men are here to project threat across the battle space and to tank damage when needed. Finally, the finesse piece of this list, and the unit whose performance is most likely to separate the good Bolton players from the poor ones, is the Bastard's Girls. They're an offensively powerful unit, but will die to a stiff breeze, so they're at huge risk when they're overextended or poorly positioned. I put Steel Shanks in them, which cost me one additional point, but I'm hoping that he can use Sentinel to allow the dogs to move into flanks, and that with the Vassal ability I can make use of Roose's Seeing Their Flaws card with Steel Shanks Bastard Girls. Geoff brought along a very interesting Stark list, led by Rodrik. Rodrik is in a unit of Umber Great Axes. My assumption is that his Great Axe unit is there to be a can opener and tear apart even the most heavily armored of enemies. The problem with the Great Axes, however, is that they're a fairly squishy unit with a 4+ armor save. Their morale, however, is pretty good at a 5+ with unyielding, so they're very durable to panic the more injured they become. The Crannock trackers are here, fresh from the latest season update, now in more of a support role than before. The trackers no longer want to jump into melee, and are now much more comfortable staying unengaged on enemy flanks, making use of their orders to injure and hamper the enemy army. The Karstark Spearmen are here, presumably to be a moderately tanky unit that can also dish out decent damage once engaged, with their Hold the Line order and 7-dice attack. The unit that Geoff's entire army is teched around, however, is the Bloody Mummer Skirmishers. The Mummers have Sirio Pharrell in them, which gives them Super Disrupt, granting attacking units a -2 to hit in melee and a -1 to hit at ranged. Howlin' Reed is here as an NCU to add an additional -1 to that as an influence. Eddard Hand of the King is also here at a reduced 5-point cost post-patch to influence another unit in my army to shut off the benefit of friendly NCU abilities and tactic zones. Geoff has put a lot of points into supporting these Bloody Mummers to turn them into an unhittable unit that throws your hits back into your face with Counter-Strike. Add to that Rodrik's Martial Superiority Tactics card, and you're facing a pretty horrifying round of Counter-Strike hits that could potentially destroy a healthy unit. Needless to say, my initial plan is to avoid hitting these guys as much as possible. Now let's take a quick look at the deployment and my initial assumptions and plan. Alright, so I've deployed my Blackguard in the middle of the map, pretty obviously to try to get them up to that center objective and just hang on to it. I have my archers behind the Blackguard who will hopefully stay secure right behind them, and with the Bolton archers don't need line of sight to shoot an enemy unit, so they're very comfortable just completely kind of hugging those Blackguard nut to butt right there. So hopefully I can keep them safe right there, right behind the Blackguard as long as possible. I have the Flayed Men on my right flank to either go up that right flank or to kind of psych out Geoff and sprint them around to the other side. Seeing what I'm facing on the other side with those Bloody Mummers, I'm probably not going to want to engage my Flayed Men into those Bloody Mummers. And then on my left flank, I have the Bolton Bastards Girls to hopefully get some flank shots on his Karstark spears or to try to delete those Crannog trackers if they get too close. And Geoff's deployment tells me he's probably going to march his Umber Great Axes and Spearmen straight up the field and then try to kind of do a pincer move with the Crannog trackers and the Mummers. The Mummers are very tanky with their kind of super disrupt, so he may not be too shy about sending them right up that flank. The Crannog trackers, on the other hand, are extremely fragile, so he may try to use them a little bit more of a support finesse piece, I'm guessing. So here's the initial plan. As I alluded to in my deployment discussion, I'm going to send the Blackguard right up the center, and then based on what I'm looking at there with the Mummers on that side, I'm probably going to swing those Flayed Men around to that left flank to try to curb stomp those Crannog trackers. And then I'm just going to deal with those Bloody Mummers when they eventually get to me. I'll let them hopefully run into my Blackguard and then just take horrific visage damage. I'll need to keep my archers safe, and then I'll need to not be an idiot with how I play those Bastards girls. So ideally keep them kind of at a distance and only engage them when prudent. And then Geoff's initial moves, I'm guessing, will be, like I said, to move up those Great Axes and Karstark spears to form the front line, and then to swing those Mummers around the flank, and then keep the Crannog trackers in a position where they can use their orders on any units kind of going around that flank. And then I'm guessing Geoff's going to try to keep them as safe as possible, since they are probably the most fragile unit on the board right now. A couple of quick technical notes before we begin. First, my camera ran out of hard drive space towards the end of the game, but the game was pretty much decided by that point. To cover what you'll miss, I will play out the rest of the game in one of my top-down diagrams and narrate the remainder of the game. Second, the tripod may occasionally shake as people in the store walk past it, so I apologize for the occasional jostling. Additionally, you'll occasionally hear a robotic chime in the background in the store that plays whenever someone opens one of the game room doors. Sorry about that as well, but there isn't too much I could do about that. With all those caveats out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
I will start with Eddard.
Okay.
I will take letters, and I will start by influencing the archers. And then I will put a weaken token on them, because it should be a May.
Mm-hmm.
And draw 2 cards. And then, do you have any start of turns?
I do not.
Okay, then I'll play the North Remembers on these guys.
Oh, Tybalt needs his 2 tokens. And I can almost guarantee I'm going to forget to use Tybalt this whole game. So, just fair warning.
I'll try to remind you so that...
If you see me not having used him by round 3, it's because I've just completely probably forgotten about him.
Gotcha.
What do we have here? I'll take Tybalt and take the maneuver zone and move up. I'll just do this. Just remove the weaken token.
Eddard.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's actually why I chose him. It's just so you could put weaken tokens out that first turn, and then everything else that comes with it just kind of is nice.
What's kind of crazy is that you don't remove him after canceling one effect. Like Barris and Selmy.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's only for NCU abilities and tactic zones. So normal tactic cards and abilities work fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just do what I was originally going to do, and I'll maneuver Roose.
Okay. I will go ahead and do Howland then, and do a Crown Zap, and I will influence. I'll go ahead and do Blackguard.
Okay.
And then I'll Crown Zap the archers.
All right. So they go from a 7 to an 8. And take 1. I will pass with Ramsey.
Okay. Then, I might as well activate Jackin then, and it doesn't matter. I'll do swords.
Okay.
And copy Howlands on those guys.
Put Walda on here.
Okay.
And nothing.
All right. So time to move stuff. I'll do Sirio. March him forward 10.
I'm going to march Steel Shanks.
Okay.
And just kind of move them up like 9 inches.
Okay.
10 inches or so, just like that.
Makes sense. Do the trackers. They are 6. So that should be. Marching forward. So that's at 7. Slide them back so we're just at long range. And that will be theirs.
Yeah, that was his activation.
And it's rough and hindering, so.
This,
Yep.
yeah. Okay. He's moving up there.
Okay. Start of a friendly turn. I'll use my mark target to make them vulnerable. Then I will. March up to about. Okay.
These guys have hold the line and
then-
stand your ground.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Archers are going to activate, and then they're going to just scoot up right back behind old Roosey boy.
Makes sense. Okay. Then Rodrik will march up to right about here as well.
And then I just have the flayed men, so they are going to activate. All right, they're going to go this way.
Okay.
this away.
All right, I believe that's
That is it for me.
So,
It for you?
yep.
Okay.
I realize I messed up my activation order there.
You
I meant to move him first,
Mm.
so I could use his mark target.
Oh,
And
right. Yeah.
I did it the wrong order.
I'm going to get rid of Sadistic Games.
Okay.
Draw one.
Okay, I'm good to go.
Okay. Any start of round or start of turn effects?
No start around or start a turn.
Okay. I don't have any start of turn effects. So if you have any turns, you can.
Not at this moment.
Okay.
So those are friendly turns.
I'm going to take Ramsey,
Okay.
and I'll put him on the tactic zone.
Okay.
I will give his influence to. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. Give him to the black guard over here,
Okay.
and then I will make your Cranogman weakened.
Okay.
I will draw two. Back to you.
Okay. I will take Howland, and I will put him on the maneuver, and I'll influence
Okay.
those guys, and I will target these guys for the maneuver. So. There. And move forward. 2, 5. All right, yours.
I will take Walda. Yeah, I'll take Walda. I will put her on the wealth and just take this off of these guys.
Makes sense.
And back.
I'll do the start of turn and make them vulnerable. Then I will pass with. I'll pass with Eddard.
Pass with Eddard? Okay. I will activate Roose.
Okay.
And he's just gonna scooch. Ever so slightly. And just touch it,
Makes sense.
grab it.
I will activate Jackin, put him there. I do not have an attack, so I will go ahead and copy Howland's and put it on it.
Okay. Oh, what's the morale on these guys?
Okay, so 7, 6, 5 with unyielding, 7.
Okay. I'll activate the Flayed Man.
Okay.
Maneuver to there. Oops. I'm going to go as far as I can without actually touching or without actually landing on this thing.
Okay.
I might end up screwing myself later. Let me check something. Yeah, I feel like these guys just screwed themselves. Yeah, they'll just end like that.
I'll activate Rodrik's unit,
Okay.
and I will attempt to charge them. So, should be move 5. I need a so what's that? 8. So 3. Okay, so they make it. Just gonna go straight ahead. And if I put them here. So the majority is still in the front for them, it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. But do I want to do it that way? I don't think so. I'll just take the extra panic. Okay, so I'm gonna get my D3. So it's before rolling attack dice, right?
Yes, yeah. And this Howland Reed was on these guys, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And that one was Howland as well.
Okay. So it'll be -4 +1
Yep.
-1. So these cancel out.
I'm probably going to fail.
They're a 5 up, you said, right?
Yep. So then I will play Northern Ferocity to get vicious, and you become panicked because I control the swords. So, but first, this test, I fail, and I lose 2. Okay.
Oh, and I'm going to spread fear.
Okay.
So I'll use Roose's spread fear order. Target one other enemy in long range. It suffers a panic test with -1 for each remaining rank in this wound, and on failure suffers 1 +1. I will make it bounce onto the.
Okay, so
one
that
over there.
is
So-
at 10.
Yeah. Well, so those cancel out. They're out of range of that one. -3. Yeah. So it's just -3 +1 wound.
Okay. So, fail. Ooh, big one.
4.
Spread fear is +1
Yeah, it's
damage.
+1 wound.
Oh, I did not realize that. Okay. And the attack. 4, 6, 8, because I have boldness and courage. And rerolls here. So, got 3, 6.
6.
With Thunder.
Okay, so Sundering, I go from a 3 to a 4.
Okay.
All right, I assume you're going to want to use
Yes.
the vulnerable token.
Especially with all that. Okay.
All right, so I take 4.
Got a rank at least.
And then panic on a 5. So they're a 6, and they're on the tree. You have vicious though, right?
Yes, I have vicious.
Okay, so 5 to a 7.
Okay, and I will go ahead and use the panic to reroll that one. Yes.
Nice.
Okay, worth it.
Okay, let's see what I have here.
Oh, you're performing an action, so I'm going to go ahead and use hidden traps and do 4 hits to you.
It's long range, right?
Yeah. Okay, so 1 save. Dang. I was hoping that it'd all go through. Though it doesn't matter with them since they...
Yeah, they have the same on
Yeah.
3 and 2 ranks.
So they have activated.
Okay, so he's activated. He hasn't activated
No.
yet, right? And,
Neither have they.
okay.
And it is your turn.
All right, I am going to activate the archers.
Makes sense.
They're going to shift up 2 inches.
Okay.
And, I failed that panic test, so you take this from me.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to shoot at the axes. And Sour Allen is going to give them a panic token. And then, so they're going to shoot. They have rerolls and precision right now. He's going to take an auto wound.
Okay. They'll be hitting on 4s.
On 4s?
Yes, because of Howlands.
Oh, right. Okay, so 7 dice. Made you panicked. If I don't kill a rank, they take 2 wounds. Rerolls and precision.
No, don't need them except for 1.
All right, yeah, just missed 1. So reroll the 1. All right, that was a precision hit.
Okay, so 1 goes through automatically.
And 6 saves.
6 at 4 up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 more.
Okay, so they kill the rank so they don't
Yep.
punch themselves in the face. And I think I have a card to play.
Okay. Is it before the panic test or?
Oh no, this will be after the panic test.
Okay, so 5 6s. So I'm good.
So you're
But you do
5, 6. Yeah, I'll just leave it.
Leave it. Okay. instead too.
I have a start of any turn.
Okay, and let me. Actually, I might have a start of a turn too. So, here. That's a heck of a charge. Let's try that. Yeah, I'm not going to use mine this turn.
Okay. I'm going to play Cruel Methods.
Okay.
So I can expend a panic token from an enemy unit, and I get to choose 2 of these.
Yep.
I'm going to choose the third one, which I can select twice to heal 4.
Makes sense.
So expend this to bring 4 blackguard back.
I may as well use my mark target and make them vulnerable again.
Okay.
And then I will activate I think I'll activate my spearman. Should be pretty close to sure and charge on that. And yeah, I'll activate my spearman and do a charge action.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much auto N
What do they move on?
5.
Okay.
So, oop, let me double check though. So yeah. So roll the charge dice. I still think. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll hold on to it. So they come in. I'll set them like this. They are 7 on 4s. 3 rolls. So pretty good. Okay, well, that was all of them.
7?
Yep.
All right, on 6s. All right, none of them.
Okay.
So down to here.
Just needed to roll the roll I had at one of the tournaments. I had the Bastards Girls. 7 hits, saved 6 of them.
Wow. I'm going to play Seeing Their Flaws after you complete an action, make you panicked and vulnerable.
Okay.
And this attaches to you for the round. And then you're not, are you vicious right now?
No.
Okay.
So
Just
it's
a
5s.
5 because those 2 cancel each other out.
Yep. Indeed.
Well, I'm going to activate the Bastard Girls
Mm-hmm.
and try to correct the mistake that I made getting them so close. Try to retreat.
Okay. And then I'll go ahead and rotate. I'll just activate them and
Okay.
actually I'll turn them. Yeah, I'll turn them like this.
That's it for them?
Yeah.
Okay. I just got Tybalt. He'll go on the crown, and I'm just going to try to crown zap these guys.
Okay.
Just to try to steal the...
So at a
thing by
negative
phone.
2.
2, yeah, so -1 from them, and then 1 from there.
So I failed, but I have unyielding, so I lose 1.
Okay. And...
Oh, but you have...
Yeah, I have Intimidating Presence.
So, me too.
And then I will play Fear Keeps a Man Alive. That's when an enemy fails a panic test, target any number of friendly units in long range. For each wound caused by it, I restore that many. So I'm just going to give these guys 2.
Makes sense.
Unless I heal the dogs. So would you say these guys' movement was 5?
5, yes. So I had it at about a 3-inch if I charged.
It's pretty close. So. Then 2 wounds on them isn't going to make a difference anyway if you charge them with 7 dice. So
I failed the panic test, so...
Yeah. Alright. It's all for me.
Okay, and I will go ahead and just march these guys. Thank you. Forward 10. So right there. Oh. I guess it doesn't matter. So, yep.
I'll play Seeing Their Flaws on this. Oh,
Okay.
oops. And these guys too, just to give them tokens.
Okay, so panicked and...
Panic vulnerable.
Okay. I put out so many tokens.
Yeah, that's kind of Roose's specialty.
Yeah.
Alright, I think that's the end of round.
Yep.
So I get 1 point
Mm-hmm.
for this one. Draw 2.
Yep. Okay. Do you have any start of round?
I do not have any start of round.
Okay. I do have a start of turn. I'm going to do a swift reposition. I should have played that last turn, but that's okay. I'll shift these guys up. A couple. 2. Which should pretty much put you in charge range. So, yeah.
That's inside of 6.
And I will actually open up with activating them.
Okay.
Charge.
Just a second.
Sure.
I have a start of any turn. I'm going to play my other cruel methods.
Okay.
So it's target an enemy combat unit, expend a panic token, choose 2, so I'll expend a panic token off of...
I think they're in range if you'd like to
Yeah, I
do
think
that.
they're in range. I'll expend it off of these guys,
Okay.
and I'll put 4 on here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Still. No, I think it's still the smart call to give them a charge. So 2. So they're in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Oh, not as good as the last one. With 3 rolls at least.
There are 4s.
Yep. So not enough to kill you, unless I get lucky.
4?
Yep.
Okay. On 6s. So last card came in clutch for now.
Yep.
Let's see if that remains the case. So I think they're outside of the tree. Maybe.
It's hard to tell. I actually think they're in it with how the tree is.
Okay. Yeah, maybe just in. So they go from a 5 to a 4.
I should have
Didn't
played
do them any
something for
favors.
that.
Okay. That was their activation, right?
That was their activation, yes.
Okay. I'm going to take Tybalt, put him on the sword.
Okay.
And I will have the Blackguard attack.
Okay.
Alright, so they are 6 dice on 4s with Vicious, Intimidating Presence.
All right, and anything before rolling dice?
I do not.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do Martial Superiority.
Okay.
Target them.
I am going to play Flayed Man Has No Secrets.
Yep, figured that was in there.
I used the Panic token off of here. Already. Oh no, wait, I used it over there. Yeah.
So
Yeah, sorry. So I'm going to use... I'll expend this...
hold on.
Okay. Okay, so 6 on 4s.
Okay, so 4.
Not too bad, 4.
Okay, on 4s. So
Ouch.
that's not good. So I save 1. So I am at -1.
So Vicious, so 2,
Oh, yeah, Vicious.
Intimidating Presence, and then these 2 cancel out, so -3. Ouch.
Well, it happens.
Critical fail, yeah.
Yep. I probably shouldn't have charged with them, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they do. They want to get in there and break things, so.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to play... So after a friendly unit completes a melee attack, if it destroyed an enemy rank, attach this card to one friendly infantry unit in short range of the attacker. All enemies they're engaged with become panicked. While attached, each time an enemy unit activates in short range, that enemy becomes panicked. So it's Dreadfort Secrets. I'm going to put it on Roose's unit. It does nothing right now because they're not engaged with anybody. And he is going to surge forth, but he only gets a 2-inch surge forth.
All right. So what's the charge looking like from these guys? That's the question. So it looks like I can probably get in regardless. But
Oh, and just reminder, because of the Tybalt tokens, whenever you activate an NCU, as long as I still have orders, just before you say like quickly, before you say Eddar's going to jump on the crown or whatever, just like say I'm going to activate Eddard if you don't mind, just so I have like a chance to think about whether to Tybalt or not.
yep, I will make sure to do so. So if I rotate, I should be auto in, I think.
They're a 5?
Yeah, they're 5.
Yeah, I think you're...
So I will...
I mean, even from here, like if you rotate that way, you're going to... I mean, I think no matter what, you're going to be an auto win over there. Are they activating? Or are you
I'm
still
thinking about it. I will go ahead and Howland,
Okay.
I believe.
Before you...
Yeah, go ahead.
I will use a Tybalt token, and so I will select the crown zone.
Crown.
So
that's probably the right choice.
So if you claim it, one of your units becomes vulnerable. If you don't claim it, then Tybalt moves to the crown and claims it.
So activated. I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it. You know what? I will go ahead and take the maneuver zone. And I'll target them, and I will Howland the... I think I'll Howland the Blackguard.
Okay.
So... rotates. And... should be able to move up here. Rotate again, like so.
Okay.
And then he can claim it.
Okay. So he jumps on crown, and it counts as claiming it. So he does the crown shenanigans again. So I'll just zap these guys again. So just be at minus 1, right? Because he doesn't have any aura or anything.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if the...
the tree. Let me save the position here so you can get an exact measurement.
Because they might be in there, so we'll find out. Okay.
Yeah, they look good.
Yep, so just on 7s. Oh, okay.
Got it.
Like this? Oh.
And take Ramsey.
Okay.
And I'm going to jump on the sword because I can't leave it open because these guys will just completely take them to Pound Town. And it's going to have to be them that attacks.
Okay.
So I'll influence them. And I have no cards to play, and they are on 1 rank. So they have 4 dice.
Yep.
So there are 4 dice on 3s.
Okay. So 2 on 4 up. And okay, failed 1. Do you want to tokens?
Yeah.
Okay. Lose 1. And they're vicious, so I should be in range of the tree though. So yeah, easily. I think 7s. So do you like
So do you need a 7?
Yeah, I'm on 7s.
7s. I think I'm going to leave it.
Leave it? Okay.
Yeah. So I heal 1 back from Fuel by Slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
And back to you.
Okay. I'll go ahead and activate Eddard.
Okay. I will not do any Tybalt shenanigans.
Tybalt shenanigans. Okay. So I'll claim this, and I will target. I don't want any more tokens on me. So I'll target my own guys here, and I'll also target them to return some guys. They have no tokens currently.
That's it for you, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll take Walda, put her on the tactics zone, draw 2, and guess I'll put a weekend on these guys.
Okay.
And I might have a start of turn effect here.
So they removed the clause about the full NCU board, but I'm not sure if
I
they
think
did.
it was I don't think
it
that
was
was
an
intentional.
accident,
Yeah,
so-
they went back and changed it, or they went back and eroded the change or something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, it's back to status
I hope so.
quo ante on that.
I wasn't going to do it anyway. I just was.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless you had heard something where it was
No.
like,
Yeah. They. It seems like what they did is they took an old version of the rule book, and they updated that, but
Yeah.
then forgot
That
that
they
they. Yeah. But then they since it was an old version of the rule book, there were a bunch of changes that had already been made from the previous version. I have a start of any turn. I think I'm going to do here.
I do not have a start of any
Okay.
turn, so.
Okay, I'm going to play Harsh Punishments.
Okay.
So start of any turn. It is target one friendly combat unit and attach this card to them until the end of the game. They become panicked. While this card is attached, this unit's melee attacks always roll their highest attack die value and gain sundering. Each time this unit fails a panic test, it suffers +1 wound.
Okay.
I'm going to put it on the dogs because they're kind of in you only live once mode right now.
Yeah.
They need to kind of go for broke. So they're going to panic themselves, but then they'll always have highest attack die and
Which
sundering.
is pretty good for
Yeah.
them. So. Okay, I'll activate these guys.
Okay.
And I will maneuver. Yeah, I'll do it this way. There's 6, so I can go to here. And like so.
Okay, so they've gone. They haven't gone. You've just got them. I'll activate the Bastard Girls.
Okay.
And they're gonna just try to attack.
Okay.
Oh, they won't try to attack. They will attack. They're gonna try to kill something.
Yeah. Well, they'll do a pretty good job this time, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, now they'll have 6 dice and sundering. So 3.
3 on 5s. So 2 more go.
All right.
I have vicious, so that puts me at -1, so it's 7. Okay, so at 7,
I will expend the panic token this time.
and I'm assuming just on the 6.
Yes, sir.
Oh. We'll call that the roll. So for 3. Okay, there you go.
Okay. And they'll heal 2 from Fuel by
Fuel by
Slaughter.
Slaughter,
One always, and then 1 per
Yep.
rank. Alright, and that is it for them. I have a start of enemy turn
Okay.
effect.
I have nothing, so.
Okay. This I expended the panic. This is the panic, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to play Sadistic Games. So it is your opponent chooses one, so you choose one of these options, and then after you choose the option, then I choose the target.
I'll go with the panic.
Panicked. Okay. So 2 enemy combat units become panicked. I'll repanic them.
Okay.
And is he blocking this, or this is just
No, it's
NCUs and
just
testing sounds,
NCUs.
right? Okay. Then I'll panic them.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well, only got them left, and yeah, might as well. Let's go ahead
Okay.
and charge
Charge
into
in.
them.
Okay.
They make it.
Good. I'm gonna align them for you.
Yep. And then I will play Devastating Charge, so they
Okay.
become panicked and vulnerable. 4, 6, 7. With precision. They haven't activated, so they also become weakened. Okay, so that's a precision hit, and they hit on 3s. So we got 5.
5. Okay. They're going to be on 6s.
Okay.
Vulnerable to 1 success.
Do I want to? I think I will, actually.
Okay. Okay. So that was 5 more. So goes. And then they are going to panic on a 7/8. Are you vicious or anything?
No vicious.
Okay. So 8.
Okay. Well, don't need to use my panic.
So let's take 3 more. I'll go with the Flayman.
Okay.
They're going to just maneuver this way and then charge.
I think this will be the end of those guys.
Or not. Maybe not.
Maybe.
Okay. So failed the charge. Oh, disorderly charge. You don't fail the charge. Yep. 6 dice on 3s, no rerolls, vicious, and critical blow on the charge. Wow.
Oh.
Yikes. So
1 at 5 up.
So 2 critical blow.
Oh, 2 at. Yeah, you're right. So I passed 1. Failed 1.
I will use the vulnerable token.
Okay, makes sense.
Still
Still saves it. So just 1. And now let's cancel those out, but then you get a -1. So
yeah, that's these cancel each other out.
so
Vicious in the flank and intimidating presence. So -4.
So yeah,
I'll
probably reroll that one. I'm assuming.
yeah, I'll re-roll the panic token or the wound token.
Good call.
So 4.
Well, I guess they're surviving for now.
It's 1 more from intimidating presence.
Oh, you're right.
Okay. So that's them. That was like one of the worst flayed men attacks I've seen.
I think they're in range, just barely. Yeah, I got a little bit of plastic.
For what?
For next turn, for if.
Aren't they short range?
No, not for an attack, but those guys are dying, so. If I can get hidden traps off, possibly.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so they've gone.
And
These guys need to go.
Is extended.
You know, I really don't want to attack these guys because I'm just going to do 6 wounds to myself.
Yeah.
So, because I'm going to be hitting on 6s. Because they were normally 4 up anyway. So.
But you might get that precision through. Just think of what you could do then.
Precision? These guys don't have precision. Yeah, they don't have any kind of precision or anything.
Oh, I thought they did.
No, these guys.
It's vicious, that's right.
Yeah, they have vicious. So yeah, I mean, I have to roll all 6s, and whatever I don't roll back, I'm going to take as hits. Tough call. What the heck? I'll just go for it.
Okay. So before you take your charge action, I will go ahead and use hidden traps for 4 hits. So
All right,
saves them all. I'm not going to use my token on that one.
Okay. All right, so charge. Thankfully, I wasn't.
I think you are auto in either way.
So this is hindering though, right?
Yeah, hindering and rough.
Okay. So I'm not going to get rerolls anyway. Can't go. I have to go 50%. Alright, this goes to Okay. Let's see how bad this is going to be. All right. Nothing here. Okay, I'll attach each time. Yeah. Okay. So just 6 dice on 6. No big deal. So nothing. And I take all these right back in my face.
Yep. So 1, 2,
Take 2 wounds.
and I'll go ahead and use the vulnerable. Worth a shot.
Okay. So 2.
Activated.
That's him. And I've just got the archers.
Okay, I am going to use mark target during my turn to
Okay.
give them a vulnerable again.
These guys?
Yep.
They're going to attempt to retreat.
Makes
This
sense.
is theirs. So they get 9 inches.
Okay, just gets them out of range.
Yep. Okay, I think that is
Let's see.
it. Okay, so I'll get 1 point. Oh, I need to draw 3 cards.
Yep.
This goes back to me, round 4. Okay, I'm going to activate Tybalt.
Okay.
I'm going to put him on the sword.
Makes sense.
And I'll try to finish these guys off.
I think you're going to get them. But.
So they have highest attack die. It's a 6 on 3s and sundering. So 5.
Oof. Miracle saves, come on. No.
I know
We're close. Okay.
All right. I will. Okay, so I'm going to play Remorseless Examples. So this is the Drop a Corpse Pile card. Okay, so Remorseless Examples. If this destroyed enemy rank target one other enemy in long range, they become panicked. These guys are already panicked, and they're in long range. So I'll panic the trackers. And then if it destroyed the enemy, also place 1 corpse pile with the following keywords anywhere fully in short range and not overlapping other terrain.
Is it of the... It doesn't say which ones it's over. Or it doesn't say if it's for yours or mine, huh?
For what?
For the short range of...
Oh, I think it's fully within short range. I think of
Yeah, that's
the
what
unit that is killed. Like that's what I've always. That's
I
how
think
I've always
so.
played it. But it's not a very specific point though. Like fully within. So I'm gonna put it right there. Okay.
Removed.
And then these guys will surge forth.
Okay, that's an action.
Oh wait. Yeah. Okay. So that's what 2,
That'll be 4 hits.
4. Is it your ranks or my ranks? I thought it was my ranks.
No, it's your ranks. You're right. So it'd be 2.
Okay.
So
2 on 6s.
yeah, it's remaining. So okay.
Vulnerable to 1.
Mine as well.
Okay. Hey yo. All right. So take 1.
All right.
And then
you
surging
can surge.
forth. anything to do with those guys. I also don't want to even attack these guys, so I think I'm gonna skedaddle this way.
Makes sense.
Okay, so then these guys can pivot, but I think they're fine where they are, so I'm just gonna leave them there.
I will start with
yeah, just let me know if you're activating once you.
Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, so I'll activate Eddard.
Okay, I will use the other Tybalt token.
Okay.
And just like last time, I'll pick the crown.
All right. I'm going to do the maneuver zone.
Okay.
And I will influence these guys.
All right.
And I'm going to target. I think I'll target them for a retreat action. 5. Yeah, I'll do a retreat action with them. And go 7. I think
I could move them if you want to. Just let me know where you
yeah,
want
I
to
think
go.
just debating
so-
which way.
So 7 over here will get you to here, but then you're still going to be touching them. So I think you can't go this way because you bump into them.
Well, can I put an inch between each of them is the question. I might be able to.
I think the only shot is going that way, unless you somehow are able to pivot over here, but I don't know. Maybe you go all the way back and then pivot to.
So I just have to be an inch out.
Mhm.
Do I have enough room is the question. So it should be.
Yep, good. Oh, so Tybalt moves to the crown.
Yep.
I will crown zap these guys. So this is going to be a -2, I think, net. 1 from here, 1 from here.
Yeah.
And this gives them a +1 wound.
So 9, and I'm panicked, so they fail.
I will expend the panic to roll that one.
Okay, so for 3.
So 3. All right. I will activate Walda. And I'm going to take the Wealth Zone.
Okay.
I'll heal these guys.
Eddard.
Oh. Keep forgetting this.
I mean, if you want to take that back, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, I keep forgetting this tactics and thing. Yeah, I'll just leave her on there, and I'll just heal these guys.
makes sense.
So get some more dogs on here. And she heals +1.
Okay.
That's her. Yeah, that's her. Like she's kind of like Shira Errol, and she gives some extra benefits for certain zones.
Oh yeah, because it's I was thinking it was remove an extra token. It's the other way around.
Yeah.
So
I guess that is if I decide to not remove a token, which I'm not too worried about. I'm not too worried about it.
not at this point.
Because well, I mean they're a 5 up.
Yeah.
So I'm more worried about getting hidden trapped a couple of times because they're going to fail all those hidden traps and then getting shot. So I'll take the extra. Oops. I'll keep the extra wound and just leave the panic token on.
Makes sense.
All right, back to you.
Activate and charge.
Okay.
And let's see. Okay. So I'm in.
Okay. You want to
I
go
will
half
go
or
that way.
this way?
Yep.
Okay.
And then for rolling attack dice, I will play Winter's Might to give them Sundering.
Okay.
So they have 7 because
These guys are already on a 6 though. Do you want to take that back?
I don't think I'm going to make another charge, and I was going to toss the card anyway.
Okay.
4, 6, 7. I want to make sure they're really dead. So hitting on 3s with precision, so 1's down. And so 5 more.
5. Okay. 5 on 6s. And that's the unit.
Okay.
So you get a point.
Had to get on the board just once.
This goes back there.
Okay.
And then do you want to, where do you want to
I will,
search?
yeah, I will search forth by just going here and
Go that way? Or?
yeah, go that way.
Okay.
I'll go the full 5.
Full 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I will rotate like this so that when they attack me, that's not going to be quite as bad.
And that was their activation, right?
That was their activation.
Okay.
I did not have assault orders, unfortunately.
I'll activate Ramsey.
Okay.
And I'm going to put him on the tactic zone.
Okay.
I'll just influence the bastard girls. Influence these guys. And I will weaken them
Makes sense.
and draw 2. For that turn.
I'll activate Jackin
Okay. Just pass.
and pass.
I'm going to activate the bastard girls.
Okay.
And they're just going to spin around.
Makes sense.
Yeah, they're just going to spin around. They're going to maneuver. So they'll go like that. And I think I'm going to get them this way. See if I can get them out of your line of sight a little bit.
I think you got it. Maybe. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Clear.
So that's them.
Okay. I will go ahead and I might as well mark target those guys. Make them vulnerable. I'll go ahead and just take this with Howland
Okay.
and attach this to them.
Okay. I will activate the flayed men.
Okay.
And let me see what is possible here. I could go that way. Could be pretty good to get into them. I want to attack these guys really badly, but
Do it.
I don't want to. I mean, another 6-up. It's tempting. It is very tempting to try to attack them.
Once you get them, you win.
Alright, so this is where my camera, that I also use to make phone calls and text people the latest memes, ran out of hard drive space. So I'll talk quickly about how the rest of this game went with some help of top-down diagrams. What you missed from round 4 is the Flayed Men deciding to YOLO into the Bloody Mummers. After the combination of Disrupt, Sirio Farrell, and Howland Reed's influence, the Flayed Men needed a 6 to hit. I played Our Blades Are Sharp to give me precision, so paired with the Flayed Men's critical blow on the charge, I can get an auto wound and a crit blow hit on the roll of a 6, and I need a 6 to do anything. And anything that isn't a 6 will come back to hit me. So I rolled 5 misses and 1 6, dealing an auto wound and a critical blow hit. I think the Mummers failed the critical blow hit save, so they took 2 wounds. And they then proceeded to fail their panic test and take a boatload of panic wounds, reducing them down to 1 wound. Round 4 then ends, and I score 1 point from the Blackguard, continuing to hold an objective. In round 5, the Bastards girls shoot the Mummers in the flank, killing them off. The Flayed Men then pivot to face the Crannog Trackers, who then charge the Flayed Men before the Flayed Men can charge them. I swing into the Trackers with the Flayed Men, doing a bunch of wounds to them. And then I shoot and charge in with the Bastards girls, finishing off the Crannog Men and winning the game for the Boltons, 7-1. Now let's quickly go through a round-by-round review and then give some final thoughts. So here's the end of round 1. Things were unfolding pretty much as I had planned. I swung my Flayed Men around to that left flank. Geoff started moving his center up the center. I moved my Blackguard up the center with the archers behind them, getting ready to start shooting into some of Geoff's units as they get closer. I move up the Bastards girls, maybe a little too far up already. I've got them in line with the Blackguard. I probably should have hung them back a little bit, but then that would have kept the Flayed Men from being able to get quite as far forward. Geoff's Mummers are starting to move around that flank, and the Crannog Trackers are still staying pretty safe in line with those Karstark Spears. So here's the end of round 2. I think I kind of made a mistake with my Flayed Men. I got them in a position where no matter what I did, short of just marching them, I was going to land on that token and then slow them down. So I think I kind of made a positioning mistake with them early on here. My Bastards girls overextended using Sentinel and then got totally smacked by those Karstark Spearmen, requiring me to retreat them out with just a couple of wounds left. The fight in the center was going pretty well for me. The Blackguard are holding their own. The archers did some damage. And the Mummers are getting uncomfortably close to my archers at this point. The Mummers took some panic wounds, but they are moving a lot faster than I had expected them to. And right now my archers are kind of puckering for the beating to come if I don't do something to protect them. So the end of round 3, I finished off the Great Axes, which was good for me since that was Geoff's kind of main offensive unit and his commander's unit. The Mummers swung around and smacked my archers, which I then retreated out and kind of got them away. The Karstark Spears re-engaged the Bolton Bastards girls, who thankfully survived. And then that put the Spearmen in a position where I could charge them with my Flayed Men without having to pick up that token necessarily. I thought about picking up the token, but it would have slowed me down too much, and I still wanted to be able to get over and get those Crannog Trackers. So I kind of kept my options open and just went for those Spearmen instead. So the Spearmen are not looking too good right now. Also, my archers should have 2 little blood splatters on them since they're down to 1 rank. In case you haven't figured it out, I use these little blood splatters to kind of show how many ranks have been knocked off. So if you see a unit with one blood splatter on them, it usually means they've lost one rank. If they have two on them, it means they're down to their last rank. It's typically how I do it. And with cavalry, it's a little bit different. Sometimes I'll put one splatter on them if they've lost like one model, and then two blood splatters on them if they're down to one rank or just one model. Alright, so rounds 4 and 5, we won't go into too much detail on these since we already recently talked through them, but round 4, I got the mummers locked down by the flayed men, and then we go on to finish them off in round 5. And then the Crownhog trackers intercepted the flayed men, and then the flayed men and the Bastards girls finished them off too, which ended the game 7-1, Bolton victory. So now some thoughts on the lists. So for Geoff's list, he had a good deal of control in it for a Stark list, with the Eddard NCU causing me some issues, not being able to heal some wounded units, and then the Skirmishers being a unit that I really didn't want to have to deal with. And there was a good amount of token generation in the army, with 2 sources of vulnerable tokens each round from Mark Target. I think what let Geoff down, though, was that his most offensive unit, the Great Axes, were destroyed so early. Once they died, Geoff's offensive hopes were pretty much hanging almost entirely on the Mummers, who, while difficult to land a hit on, were very fragile at 5+ armor and 7+ morale. I think a more well-rounded offensive line would have served Geoff better here, with his more tanky unit engaging first, and then including maybe a more maneuverable unit like cavalry or a direwolf if one of the Stark kids was brought along as well. Overall, though, it looked like a fun skew list to play, and it definitely caused me a good deal of frustration at times. For my part, I was pretty satisfied with my list, but I definitely think I would swap out Steel Shanks for the free Ben Bones attachment, and then probably drop Walda for Jane Pool. Jane would have consistently improved one of my units' morale, and would have allowed me to steal first player once this game. I didn't get a lot of value out of Walda, though, so I think I would have definitely got rid of her. Another comment on the NCUs. I was able to use Tybalt twice this game to double tap the swords, and Geoff kind of went along with it. So maybe next time if we replayed this game, he could try just not taking the zone he wanted to and just go along with Tybalt and take a vulnerable instead. Because Tybalt allowing me to get basically 2 free extra attacks is pretty huge. As for how I played my army, I made a couple of big mistakes. First, I didn't keep my archers safe. I think they only got 1 attack off before being blitzed by the mummers. So I really should have kept them out of charge range of those mummers, since so much of my offensive potential was tied up in the Sour Allen archers. I know I had a couple of chances in the game to, maybe take the maneuver zone and get them out of the way, or just burn their activation to maneuver them out of the way, but there always seemed, to me at least, to be a better use of my turn. So the archers were kind of a sacrificial lamb to allow me to do something else that I thought was more important at that time. Second, I overextended my dogs way too early. I also used Sentinel to then run them forward even further at a really bad time, and then they got more or less taken out of the game for a couple of rounds after that. Like I said at the start of the battle report, a good Bolton player will be determined by how well he or she plays their Bastards girls. So, as you can see, I can't yet call myself a good Bolton player. That just about does it for this battle report. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you for your persistence and patience. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and comment. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you'll see our new videos as soon as they come out. A quick announcement before we sign off. As I stated at the end of our Bolton Painted Army Showcase video, very soon I'll be taking part in a video series in partnership with the new channel Hits and Crits. Some of these videos will be featured here on this channel, and the rest will be on the Hits and Crits channel. So be sure to go and subscribe to that channel as well. There'll be a link in the description. Thanks very much to Geoff for the fun game, and to the Goldmine in Richmond, Texas for hosting. With that, this is Randall, signing off.